Welcome, everyone, to the NEKO Alpha Show, live from Tokyo. This time we are live. Sorry about, for those of you who caught the first stream there, we had a little technical difficulty, but we're back now, rolling live, and things are working. We are bringing you the Japan-related NFT Alpha and more, again, from the United NEKO Alliance on the ground here in Japan. I'm Reno, here with my co-hosts and United NEKO Alliance co-founders, Neil and Steve.
GM.
Hi everyone, Neil here, GM, very GM.
Steve here.
In today's show, we will be doing our regular Spaces recap. We'll jump into the alpha straight away after that. And then we've got a handful of community updates that we are going to cover to talk about what's happening on the ground here in Japan and actually what will be happening on the ground in New York in just a few days. Before we begin, as always, please remember this is not financial advice. Do your own research. This is just our commentary, info sharing, and hopefully it's a little bit entertaining as well. So with that, let's jump right in. I will turn it over to Steve for our Spaces recap from this week.
Thank you very much. Yeah, we had a really great discussion 2 days ago in our Spaces. Thank you again to Sophie-san of NFT JPN. She coordinated for us and set up a conversation with YAMA NFT. This is a really cool project. It's a project with 4 NFT creators who are doing their own projects on their own. They all have a very different style. So there's 4 of them. Let me just quickly mention them to you. First is Yoko. It's Yoko_NFT. And the other one is Aoyoko. And another one is Mai Kano-san, and the last one is Alpaca Gogo-san. And the 4 of them have really good, really unique, as I said, styles and very different styles. But what they've done is they have coordinated, they're starting to coordinate and doing their own project, this YAMA NFT. They actually met through conversations that they had on Twitter Spaces. And I guess vibed and got along and were able to decide to start working together. So they're collaborating and integrating their styles, and each creator is weaving in a part into each of the pieces. So something about some kind of their individual characters or some kind of drawing style that each of them has. So if you look at any of these pieces, you can see that there are 4 different traits, that the usual traits or properties of an NFT, and they've got 4 different traits that they kind of swap and they kind of rotate on each of the pieces. So you've got the main character, sub-character, background, and character coloring. They'll each take turns on each piece, so it's pretty cool how they're doing that. I felt like it'd be kind of hard to integrate such different styles, but the pieces are kind of fun in the way that they kind of push the different styles together and the different characters together. So we liked it. We had a really good conversation. Please check it out in our recorded Spaces link on Twitter. They've got a roadmap for what they're going to do in the future. And we also found out that they did a collaboration piece with UsagiDuck NFT, and UsagiDuck NFT is a really fun and really energetic artist and creator in Japan, from Japan, based in California, and they did some kind of collaboration piece. They also connected somehow in Twitter Spaces and decided to do something together. So it was really cool. Please also check out the UsagiDuck NFT video that we did that was just posted yesterday, the day before this recording. So check it out.
Thanks, Steve. Yeah, and just to restate about the art, it is really cool the way they're doing it, and it's such a challenge. You would think it's such a challenge to bring together those 4 artists, but they pull it off. And if you look on OpenSea, each individual piece, if you click on the details and scroll down to the description, again, you can see who did what in each individual piece. And I think as that collection grows, we'll see a nice sort of we'll see the styles develop, and it'll be fun to sort of look at a new piece and try to figure out who did what on this.
Yeah.
So really interesting, sort of innovative approach toward a collection.
Yeah, and the conversation was really fun. Each of them had a really different style in how they're talking. And Alpaca Gogo was introducing everybody in English. Was kind of a spokesperson because it was in English, but everybody said their piece. And then, of course, again, we had really nice translation help from Hope-san, who's got his own project in Japan. So it was a really good conversation. So check it out if you have time.
Definitely, yeah, and once again, also the UsagiDuck collaboration is an interesting link up there as well. Again, check out that interview that was posted yesterday. So I think with that, we'll jump right into the alpha. Yes.
Absolutely. Yeah, lots to talk about this week. So here we are with the NFT collection ranking in Japan. Of course, we see Murakami Flowers on the 1 and 2 spots. So interesting point, the number of seeds has gone way down, the number of seeds still that haven't turned into flowers. Reason for that, of course, is that Murakami announced the airdrop about a week to 10 days ago, and then there was a cutoff date. You have to have your seed converted to a flower, and surprisingly enough, I mean, look, we could see 9.4K items here now, so it jumped up sharply, but a good almost I'd say almost 2,000 seeds did not convert to become a flower, and so they did not get the drop. And here's the drop: the Murakami Lucky Cat coin bank. So it looks like, as you can see, like there's some different colors here, and for each color the NFT is exactly the same. So there's 9 different colors. There seems to be a slight difference in floor price on the different colors. I've noticed white is the highest one. Don't even see any whites here. Okay, here's the first white. It's almost 1 ETH, right? And the other floor we're at about 0.78 right now. And so what's going to happen? I don't think anybody knows. You can see it says, please stay tuned to find out what kind of story will develop from the coin bank in the shape of a lucky cat. So something's going to happen with these NFTs, and we don't know what's going to happen, and we don't know when, but that's pretty interesting. I see, if you look at the banner here, there was a lot more Maneki Neko pixel here, so maybe it's going to evolve somehow, or maybe it's going to be something different. I mean, the idea that it's called a coin bank kind of sounds like you could get, more than one thing even. Who knows? But we'll be here to let you know when we find out. Okay, one more thing on Murakami. So we ran across this thing just announced the other day. NFT Art Tokyo is a IRL event happening June 28th. So that's right after NFTNYC. I think Steve and I will be back in Tokyo by then. And at the Trunk Hotel, that's just, down the street from where I am right now. And interesting thing on that, NFT Art Tokyo, it seems like, so hosting by Stone Pixel Human. Supporters, then it says featuring Takashi Murakami, aka Murakami Flowers. So free admission. At first I saw it, I was like, is this real? Because I know that place. I'm just thinking, is this like really just a walk-in event? But it seems it is. Here's Murakami's only really active official communication channel, his Instagram, and he's got it up there. And also here, these admin DAO seems to be involved. It says GM NFT Art Tokyo. Is free admission, no need to buy a ticket, just drop by, see you there. So this was like literally announced yesterday. So that's cool. We'll definitely be there to check it out.
And for sure, it's on and it's legit. And I got contacted by Junya, son of NFT JPN, and I think he might be involved somehow in doing that. But he said for sure
Yeah,
it's happening and
he's
invited
listed.
me. He's listed. Okay.
There he is, right
Oh, there.
here.
Oh, okay, there he is. Great. So yeah,
Community members, yeah.
he mentioned to me, invited me. So I'm really looking forward to that. I'll be just back from New York and ready for more NFT action back in Tokyo. It'd be great to meet some more people in Japan once I'm back.
Yeah. So that's very cool, and very very much looking forward to that. Moving along here, a new entry at number 3, 7-day volume, 226 ETH, Isekai Battle. And so looking here, we see some pixel art. It says Isekai Battle is a fully on-chain game on the Ethereum chain, derived from Isekai anime characters. Fragments, the NFTs are called fragments, are Sinki are scattered around Turkmenistan. Defeat your rivals and take their fragments. Completing the Sinki by collecting fragments will let you earn Sin tokens, ERC20. So this is somehow a play-to-earn game. 3 or more characters, NFTs, are required to play the game. So we don't know much more at this point, but we will be finding out about this. So this is also very new, and looks like about 6.5K items out there and a 0.17 floor. Here's the Twitter for that. So there's a white, if you go to the Twitter, we'll have links, of course, as always, in our description, Isekai Saga white paper release. So I think that's where, I haven't had a chance to look at this yet. I will look later, but this is, I think, where you'll get the details on what the play to earn game is all about. And yeah, missed that spaces yesterday, but yeah, I think we will update when we get some more info on that. So I just wanted to briefly, so we see Neo Tokyo Punk's NFT holding strong at number 7. Just want to briefly mention that we did 2 interviews this week. The first one with now from UsagiDuck was released yesterday, as we mentioned, and the second one with NEKO, from the founder and artist of Neo Tokyo Punks. That's a really great interview, and that's just getting edited. That will be out in the next few days, so keep an eye out for that. And down here at number 11, VeryLongAnimals with 9 ETH weekly sales. That's actually 2 sales. I think that's 2 4.5 ETH sales. And that brings the current floor up to an amazing 10 ETH floor for a Polygon project. This is incredible. And the hype just keeps growing around this project. Akeem is, if you look at his Twitter, so there he is. He's this is 19 hours ago, so I think he's in the States now. He's on his way to New York City. And yesterday, I mean, he must have just ran yesterday, because here he's at at the airport 20 hours ago. But just a few hours before that, he was at the Digital Garage seminar they were having. It says Web3 Summit, so Digital Garage is going very Web3 this year with their summit. Here he is with taking a few photos. There he is with Sean Bonner. Here's another tweet saying Genesis collection will be completed with 100 pieces, a high price. However, the community is supported by 160 fan arts. So there's over 160 derivatives.
It's amazing.
Yeah. And it's literally growing every day. Literally, I mean, there's new ones every day. And I don't think it's even really started. This is still almost completely Japan derivatives made in Japan, and it's just a matter of time before we see this explode overseas.
Yep.
And to help that happen, Naoto Imamura, who does a great blog on different Web3 and NFT topics, wrote an article called "Are Very Long Animals NFTs the Next Breakout Collection from Japan? What you need to know about the up and coming NFT project from Japan." So definitely recommend this. Of course, we'll have the link below. So this gets into. I still think there's more to say on this. I read through this. It's very good, but I think just sort of, I think there's something so uniquely Japanese about how this phenomenon is happening. We touched a bit on that, Steve, didn't we? Like when we talked now about sort of the way that Japanese NFT communities are building.
We did,
So
yeah.
check our
Yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, it's just so check that video too. I think it's kind of a nuanced topic, and it's really one of the things that we are super passionate about, getting the world to know that there is something uniquely Japanese coming out in terms of a I guess it's the way that the communities vibe, it's the way it's done. And it's still so early that I think the first impression is going to be, oh, these collections are small, there's not enough liquidity. But I think that misses the point that it's just, this is something that's percolating and growing and building and evolving into something that's going to be very cool and very, I think, accessible to the world at some point. So really, encourage people that are interested to get in now and meet people at the beginning. And so, speaking of which, Akeem, he's in New York. So for everyone in New York, keep an eye out for him. I have a feeling that he's going to stand out. This thing here, this bag. He told me that a little bit of what he's up to, but I think, just remember, if you're looking for a very long guy, you might be able to spot him in a crowd. That's the.
Is that some alpha that you can talk about, or something that you're sworn to secrecy?
I think I think he's just he's going to do a little bit of guerrilla marketing there. And, I think he will be spotted in various places. That's my prediction. Wow. So very cool, and totally what we would expect from Akeem.
Yep.
And so just continuing with our very long update here, we got VeryLongTown minted last weekend and is currently VeryLongTown. I'm not sure. It might still be minting. I'm not sure if they cut the mint off. So definitely check that out. You may still be able to mint. And the reveal is supposed to come in a few days. So that's sort of still happening. So that's a generative very long project. So that's pretty exciting to see. And then we mentioned last week, we got invaded by the VeryLongGoblins on our show last week, but I believe that's still minting too. So a couple great opportunities. Really, if this looks interesting, you might consider wanting to sort of get in on a lot of entry points, very, very cheap, and just it's not so much. Don't think of it so much about investing, because we never give investing advice anyways. But this is sort of like the ticket to the community, and it's so accessible right now and very fun to get in.
This is just a word on that. I mean, it really is just the community. People talk about WAGMI overseas, and the community is helps each other and so forth. But we really felt that with the UsagiDuck, with Naosan from UsagiDuck, just a few examples of real vibing and real support among the community. And now with this Very Long Animals, it's like a phenomenon that really is pulling in so many people from different parts of the space, the NFT space, and people are getting involved. Good artists in their own right are doing stuff in the very long ecosystem, if you want to call it that. So it's a phenomenon that is just growing. So it'd be interesting to see where it goes from here.
Yeah. I mean, we touched on that with Now in the interview, that it's not just that derivatives are tolerated in this ecosystem; it's the derivatives are the community.
Yeah,
it's as much about the derivatives as it is about the Genesis project, and so yeah, here's Milko is the artist for VeryLongTown. So we heard her on the Spaces the other day. She's still like taking requests for trait ideas and getting the last minute additions in before the reveal. And speaking of VeryLongGoblin, there were so here's the page for that. I do think it's still minting. So VeryLongGoblin had several one of ones, and here's just as you expect. Here's Goro showing up again. I mean, the guy's everywhere in anything NFT and meme happening in Japan. You're going to find Goro somewhere. So here's the VeryLongGoblin Goro. There was a couple other good one of ones too. If I can, where's the VeryLongGoblin Twitter? Here's one. This is Kitajima Kosuke, the famous Olympic swimmer. And
that's hilarious.
Here's another one. Yeah, so some really
it's funny.
Oni-chan. So there's definitely some fun stuff happening there too. And where are we? Okay, and speaking of Goro, I ran across this. NeverNeverNFTs, no Discord, no whitelist, reveal in 2056. I don't know what this even means. But I've seen some sneak peek type arts for this, some examples. Here's the non-revealed art, but I have seen some sneak peeks. Here's the mint page, NeverNeverNFTs. It says not DAO, not affiliated with Goro and NNN. So I don't know. I'm inclined to think not affiliated means affiliated. It's hard to say.
There's no reason there's no reason to say you're not affiliated with some random person.
Well, yeah.
So yeah. I think about that. It's another little.
So
leak.
I had a look at the Discord. It's it was confusing. So I think it's pretty interesting. There's something going on there. It looked so it's actually Discord. The not DAO Discord is mostly like smart contract engineers. So it's a bunch of Web3 dev guys, and then they're also trying to get creative. So I think they're trying to hook up and be a place to hook up to work on different projects. So somehow that is related to this art. So I think we'll find out more about that at some point. We'll let you know. And here's another thing we came across just yesterday. So this project is called EIEN. It says we will open our Discord for 15 minutes at 22:30, so 10:30 p.m. on that's Japan time. Yeah, on 6/16, so that's today. So tonight, so a few hours after this live, they're gonna open their Discord. What is the project? It says EIEN is an NFT collection of 3,333 female characters created to celebrate all ice cream lovers and unique women. So I think they found a niche here.
So I think that's
women.
you and Reno Neil going to be very excited. Ice cream lovers. No?
Yeah.
I'm so on ice cream. You know, I could go.
Oh,
I
okay.
could go either way.
Okay.
I
Sure. I thought you're into ice cream. Maybe not.
Not so much, no. But I'm like
No.
this time of year. I'm into the frozen pseudo watermelon bars. Basically just
That
red
sounds
sugar. Yeah,
oh,
yeah.
gutty,
called.
yeah,
What they're called.
yeah. Well,
NFC.
like the gutty soda special flavors, those are great. Yeah, and people probably outside of Japan don't realize this, but you know that these kind of like frozen, like sugary water bars and stuff is almost a survival food for summer in Japan. Like you just get your brain starts overheating, and you know you need something ice cold to get back.
And the bowl of shaved ice with syrup on it. It's just the favorite among kids and
Yeah.
Yeah.
everybody.
The
sure.
sad thing about those watermelon bars is they only sell them seasonally with the watermelon season, which is a bit disappointing. Then they stop over like the middle of the summer. But what are you gonna do? There's always lots of good snacks though.
Yeah. And so AN is here's another shot, I guess, is some more women and ice cream. So yeah, so that seems to be just starting up. There's some contests here, whitelist contest, chance to get in the Discord. That's happening today, so definitely check that out. And here's one more. One Block Studio, Web3 Creative Studio, AR Digital Fashion and Collectibles, 3,333 supply. MetaSamurai drop coming soon. Discord, I think that's meant to be say Discord, but there's a Discord link there. It says pre-sale June 16th. That's today, so we're not on that, but public sale at slightly higher price 07 ETH happening tomorrow. So that's 9 p.m. JST. Actually, the pre-sale thing that's today to starting tonight. So, but I think you'd have to be on the list, and my guess is that that would be too late. So probably wait till tomorrow. But there's some. Here's a little video. We got some 3D action happening, and there's a Shibuya scene. A lot of projects like to use that Shibuya crossing. They've put their stuff up on QFront. Yeah. Oh, the other cool thing about this is they seem to have collaboration with Coach, the brand Coach. So again, not totally sure what that is, but there's something happening with Coach. Some kind of it says Nihon Gente no NFT Tokyo. So it says Japan only release of a Coach collaboration NFT. So not sure what that is or what platform they're releasing that on. PR Times. So they did a press release on that too. And that's my alpha.
Excellent. Great. Thank you so much for all of the info. As we come around to the third part of the show, we're going to talk a little bit about community news. And first thing would be an event going on tonight in Tokyo.
Yeah, that's right. So we've got our NFTers Tokyo meetup number 2. So we had 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago today, we had meetup number 1. It was amazing how many people showed up, considering it was like only 2 days notice. And I think, as I mentioned in last week's YouTube, really cool that almost everybody that showed up was like really into NFTs, either as a creator, collector, investor, or on the tech side. So it was really a great group of people, and we're expecting more of that tonight. I already know some of the people that will be there. So definitely, if you're anywhere in Tokyo, head on over to ABSU. Starts at 8 p.m. Just find the the pinned tweet here, or the on my Twitter, or look in NEKO Alliance. You could RSVP through the Meetup app, but it's not required, so you can just show up. It's drop-in free. Cash bar starts at 8. Last time we ran to like at least 11, and it was just a lot of fun just talking to people.
I'm really looking forward to joining once I get back to Tokyo. So,
yeah.
a lot of fun the first time, so yeah, really looking forward to it. Joining you guys.
Cool.
And I guess we should mention our UsagiDuck interview again. So that's actually I should have the. Why don't I just link to it? Where is it? There we go.
Yeah, we had a nice conversation with her, and just went live with that yesterday.
There it is. There's the tweet. So yeah, check it out on our YouTube channel. And absolutely make sure you're subscribed and turn on notifications so that you'll get this notified as these. And we're gonna keep doing our weekly live one that we're doing right now, but expect to see more of these exclusive interviews with top projects and top creators in Japan.
Absolutely. And speaking of which, we'll have another interview going live over the weekend as well, with NEKO from Neo Tokyo Punks, which was a great get. And we had a really interesting conversation with him. Probably Saturday, Sunday, something like that. Definitely up before NFTNYC begins.
Yeah, and speaking of which, I'm just 3 days away from heading over there. And Steve,
I'll
you're
be there.
heading there tomorrow?
I'm heading there on Friday, so yeah, tomorrow. Well, 2 days from now, U.S. time. But yeah, I'll be there waiting for you with open arms. I'll be hanging out for a couple days over the weekend. I've got coffee with at least one NFT person from Japan, and I'm planning on meeting some other people. UsagiDuck, Now-san is going to be there. Who else is going to be there? Emi-san from
Amy from Galverse,
be there.
and of course Akeem.
Of course, Akeem's going to be there, and you're going to be hanging out at one of the parties one night. I think I have a couple that I might be able to see if he wants to go to that, but there's going to be a lot. I mean, I think we're going to try to I'm going to be trying to meet as many people as possible and just try to see how many people are there who would be interested in what we're doing and what's going on with Japanese projects.
Yeah, DM myself or Steve if you're going to be there. Let's try to hook up. Let us know where you're going to be at, and we can trade notes on that.
Yep, for sure. If there's any good hangouts, good parties, or good I don't know, people that people are running into, we'd definitely love to meet them and meet more people. So
yeah, I mean, it looks like there's just so much going on that it's going to be we're not going to be able to see even a fraction of it, but it's very cool.
Yep.
It's very cool and so great that we have two founding members able to attend such an important event in the NFT and Web3 space. I'm looking forward to, while I'm holding it down here in Tokyo, I'm looking forward to reports from the front lines there in New York City.
So that's yeah, I guess we should mention what we're not totally sure what's happening. I think as it is now, we're planning to go ahead with our schedule as is, right, for next week, Tuesday and Thursday, the Twitter Spaces and the live YouTube. So we'll see how that all works out, but we're just going to keep it rolling, right?
Yeah, things will keep rolling forward, and what we're hoping for, we'll have an agenda and a plan for the spaces as per usual. But depending on availability, depending on what you guys are up to at 9 p.m. Monday night, Tuesday morning here in Japan. In that spaces, we may have Steve or Neil jumping in to give us a live update of what's going on at NFTNYC. So definitely check out spaces, regular time on Tuesday, 10 a.m. Japan time, 6 p.m. on the west coast of the U.S., 9 p.m. on the east coast. All right.
Sounds
So
good.
Yeah.
Yep. And then, of course, the regular Thursday Live, we'll be doing that next week. And speaking of spaces, as always, we want to give a big shout out to NFT JPN, our friends and great collaborators. Sophie at NFT JPN, always in the spaces with us and introducing us to great artists and projects that are coming up here in Japan. And of course, we definitely have to shout out Hope-san as well, who's really just becoming such a pillar of the Japanese community, being in the spaces, both with his thoughts and commentary and ideas, but also just the amazing translation ability, and not only in the spaces but also in our interview with NEKO from NTP Neo Tokyo Punks. He was able to do live, real-time translation, and we're going to work that into the video. So big shout out to Hope-san as well. Any other shout outs, guys? Are we ready to hit the plugs and call it for today?
Yeah, let's hit those plugs.
All
Let's do
right.
it.
So obviously, here the NEKO Alpha Show, leave us a like and subscribe. We're 3 subscribers from 100. We really want to hit 100 within the next few days. So if you're not subscribed, hit the subscribe button, and we will jump up to 100 very quickly. All topics mentioned here today, all projects and events and things like that, will be added into the show notes very shortly, in addition to chapters. Also, follow us on Twitter, of course. In our Twitter profile, you can find all the important links to our Discord and everything else you might want to know. Once again, Spaces on Tuesday, NEKO Alpha Show live every Thursday. Subscribe and follow, and give us a like, and hit those Web 2 portals, and we'll push as we push through into Web 3. So for my hosts, Steve and Neil, I think that's it. Yeah, guys?
See you in New York.
See you in New York, man. Looking forward to it.
All right. Technical guy, run the outro.